Just got on the water at my favorite spot, and we're working this deep crank, and as you can tell, it is pretty dark outside. So I will catch up with you guys either as soon as I catch a fish or once the light comes on. All right, let's do this. Well, it's daylight, and as you can see, I haven't caught anything yet. It's turning into kind of a slow morning. I usually get bites or blow-ups or something at this point in time, but right now, just nothing. Not really that many fish jumping up on the water either. Usually they're busting all over the place. So overall, what I've tried so far is just about everything in my arsenal almost. Tried top water, tried spinners, I've tried deep diving cranks, I've tried square bills. Not much luck so far. At the same time too, I don't see very many shad jumping in the water like I normally do. Usually you see shad just jumping all over the place here. You know, even when you're bringing your bait in, it's scaring the shad up and they're moving out of the way, jumping out of the water. So I wonder if the shad have gone deeper now, away from the shore. Well, we try some new spots. That might work. Alright, so I'm starting to see some bust up on top by all this little grass here. So we'll see if can't get none. I know there's fish usually here because I have caught decent fish before in this area. So when I was talking about the whopper popper, see how I mean? It can go through light grass like that. Don't be afraid to throw it through the little stuff. The big stuff, yeah, you're gonna get hung up, but this little stuff ain't nothing. Ain't nothing but a thing. Alright, update. I just had a blow up. I wasn't really looking at it, I was paying attention to something else. But nevertheless, it's a sign of life. These bugs though, they're on a whole nother level. I need to put my face shield back on. So one thing I should have that I don't is a follow-up bait. Because a good thing to do is when you get a strike like that and they miss, throw something like a weightless Senko or a weightless craw down there. They might hit it because they're kind of ticked off that they just missed a meal unless they realized it wasn't real. But yeah, it's good to have one tied on. I just haven't tied one on, so oh well, assuming prudent risk, I guess. Man, I love fishing this lake because it produces a lot for me, although today is a slower day. But I hate coming here on Saturdays. There's just so much boat traffic, and they don't care that you're on a kayak. Like, they can't possibly wait to slow down just a little bit for you, you know. No, they gotta come cruising by you as fast as they can, show off. That, or they're just not even paying attention, and you'll just get whipped up in their wake. And that's the other thing. Like, I try to purposely stay around the no wake signs. Some of these dudes, as soon as they hit that no wake sign, they think, oh, that's a turn engine sign. Like crank up my engine as hard as I can sign. No, the wake goes beyond that little thing. Like, I could just be complaining. I mean, I just know, being a kayaker now, once I own my own boat, things will be much different for me. Much more respect for the kayakers. Honestly though, I might not ever really own a boat unless I get a lot of money, because honestly, I really do just enjoy kayak fishing. It's such a relaxing thing for me, as long as no boats are buzzing by me. Man, we had a strike and I missed them. Worst feeling ever. Alright, let's switch it up to the old crank for a little bit. Square bill action around some brush and some logs. So one of the things I like to do with this square bill, one, you can see what the heck's on the bottom. Two, you can, when you bump it around in this stuff, I usually stop it. And when I do, that's when sometimes I get slammed, because if it's bumping into something, it might seem like a crazy, weird, disoriented fish. I don't know, that's just my logic behind it, where you get all this stuff. Hey, it's the price you pay though. That's where the fish are. They're in there, no doubt about it. They're just not as hungry today. You gotta want to make them hungry. Alright, I'm gonna save some GoPro. I'll be back with you, hopefully with a fish in my hand. We're gonna throw the spook a little bit, because they're still blowing up on top up here. Just can't get them to bite. update for y'all. I moved over to the other side of the lake and it was completely dead. Stayed there for about an hour. It's just one of those days right now. Had one miss and nothing else. Finally. Oh, it's a good one too. There we are, little girl. There we are. All right. Let's see what you got. Well, back at it again. I'm really shocked I got that one on top water. I started moving to more finesse style, but I was like, screw it, let me throw some top water. And it hit. I'm really shocked because it's really hot out now, and I honestly had no idea that a top water bait would work like that. So that's kind of fun. Oh, there we go. Got another one. You see that? Y'all see that? Oh, this guy, that's a little guy. And he's off. Gosh darn it. Oh well. A little guy wouldn't have counted, but still. I hate missing fish. Well, I think I found where they're at. It's 2 strikes, all roughly in the same location. Man. Oh, just floating along and floating along, floating along and floating along. It's hot outside for some reason. It's still fighting on top water, so I'm gonna keep fishing it, 'cause it's my favorite way to fish. Well, SD card is full once again on the GoPro. I don't understand. It's like it's getting less and less every time. I'm always deleting my stuff, but it seems like it can barely hold anything anymore. Must be something else wrong that I'm just not tracking. Oh, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. Sadly, that's only the second fish I've had in the boat all day. I've had 6 blow up and 2 catches. Oh well. Hey, you're gonna have days like this when it comes to fishing, where life just kind of sucks. So you gotta learn to fish through days like this. Especially on a day like today, there's no wind. It's just straight calm. Oh, now we're getting a slight little breeze, but not nearly as much wind as normally when you're catching on fire. You know what I mean. It can be a little disheartening. For some reason the topwater's still making strikes, just not man, that little guy blew up on it so hard I thought it was gonna be a big one. Definitely was not. So the biggest one today has been 18 inches, and that was the one we actually landed, the very first one. It almost seems like a waste of time when you come out here so early in the morning and you don't catch anything, but at the same time, that is rare. I'm usually on fire at this place. Keep on fishing until I have to go home, doing a barbecue. Hopefully I can stay awake, because I woke up at like 2 o'clock this morning. I'm just fishing. I'm just fishing. All right. Little guy on the Tokyo rig. Spotted bass too. You guys are always fun because they're always so angry. Yeah, Tokyo rig coming through for the win. Nice. Thanks, little guy. Ooh, love it. Bye. I'm off the water, obviously. Overall, very slow day. Didn't get my first bite till like 8 a.m. I want to say I had like 4 blow-ups on top water, 4 or 5, and didn't get any of them. I ended up getting that one 18-incher, which is a pretty good size, so I was happy about that. And I think I caught one other one top water where the battery cut out on me. And then my last one was that little spotted bass on the Tokyo rig, where I was just doing some lazy drifting. Just put the water, or just put the line down in the water and let it go. But overall, you're gonna have days like this where it's super tough and it just sucks to fish, and you're like, what am I doing? Especially on a day like today where it's bluebird skies, barely any cloud cover, not really that much wind, and it's gonna suck. But you gotta fish through it, because you gotta fish when you can. Moral of the story, overall lesson today, hey, don't give up on what you're doing. If you know what's right, just keep doing it, you're gonna catch fish. All right, y'all have a good one. Until you're fishing, out.